In platform version 2023.1.01_9, audits become much easier. New processing codes are now used to take action on counted items. If an item meets alert criteria, and then if a processing code is tied to that alert, Move can trigger an action after the audit is submitted. Let's go ahead and start this audit to highlight this and some of the other new features. During the audit process, alerts can be triggered and processing codes applied if specific conditions are met, such as if an item is expired or on hold. If a new count is added and it meets the conditions specified in the alert, a visual and audible alert will be triggered and the corresponding processing code will be applied. This can be automatic or manual depending on client configurations. Before we add items to this count, let's look at how the user can modify the audio on alerts. By tapping on the sound icon here, users can choose to enable sound alerts for all scanned items or only those tied to a processing code. You can see as items tied to processing codes are scanned, the user receives an alert that needs to be acknowledged. Some standard alerts include items that are expired, nearing expiration date, or on hold. This new feature allows the audit process to automatically identify and address any issues or discrepancies that may arise during the count. Additionally, Move can be configured to automatically take a client-specific action on items with processing codes. For example, generate a return order. When an audit goes into a submitted status, the stock associated to audit entries with certain processing codes applied will be automatically transacted based on the client's specific logic, such as placing inventory in a ready-to-ship package. Once counts have been added, users can now add notes on specific audit items. By tapping into the Audit Items tab, users can find the item that they'd like to add the note to, tap into it, tap on Notes, and tap the plus sign to add the new note, allowing the counter to communicate any details about the item to other users. Users can view specific audit items by applying filters, such as by a specific processing code. Users now have the option to capture a signature on an audit before submitting. From within the Audits menu, users can click Capture Signature to add the signature. Client-specific logic can require one or more signatures before submission. It's important to note that this platform version also allows enhanced offline capabilities for the user, such as capturing these signatures or submitting while offline. Now we'll transition to the web to talk through the new outcome code feature. We'll go into the audit we just submitted. Outcome codes are used to explain variances that exist at the outcome of the audit. When a user counts an audit that results in missing or extra items, outcome codes may be automatically applied at the point of submitting or manually applied after submission. By looking at the outcome codes column, users can see which items automatically had outcome codes applied and what they were. By clicking into the outcome code, a user can see more details about the outcome codes that were applied. You can see on the screen here that Move can now also automatically apply lot swaps. A lot swap, when a matching item with a different lot than what the system expects is scanned, are displayed using these outcome codes. So while this item was expected to be counted, this lot was not. But because the item existed in the audit and another lot was expected and not received, Move will automatically lot swap the items. For this and all other types of outcome codes, the outcome code quantity must match the positive difference value for the line to update. Otherwise, the line will remain open and need investigation. When a user is reconciling an audit, they can click on the ellipses and choose Outcome Codes. From here, they have the option of adding an outcome code as defined by their organization. Once they close the item, they will also have the option to add a note. If users want more detail about processing codes that were applied, they can click into the blue number under the Processing Codes column and review. For an overview of all item information, users can click on the item number and click on any of the associated tabs. Here, by clicking on Notes, I can see the note that I added to this item. Also included in the Audit new feature is an improved audit item export that includes 4 tabs of information. The Line Summary tab is lot serial specific. The Item Summary tab that is not lot or serial specific. The Diff or Difference Detail tab, which displays all items with an existing variance and the associated outcome code and quantities, and the Processing Detail tab, which displays all audit entries with a processing code. Finally, we'll switch back to the mobile app to highlight the new Blind Recount feature. When a blind count audit is submitted and there are unresolved variances between the expected and counted quantities, the rep is given an opportunity to recount these items before submitting again. So we'll go ahead and start and count this audit. So after a rep submits the scans of the audit, items resulting in a variance will be flagged as recount required. When this happens, the audit status updates to recount, and a new recount item tab is displayed that shows the item and lot serial of only the items required for the recount. The user can tap the action icon and add the counts again. If a user scans an item that does not match the recount item, lot, or serial, they will be notified that this item is not part of the recount and then can dismiss the alert without counting the item. In this instance, we've scanned the desired items, and so we'll go ahead and tap Done and save our counts. When recount scans are submitted, Move will compare the recount counted quantity against the previous counted quantity and the expected quantity. Recounts are required until there are 2 consecutive counts of the same quantity for a given audit item or until the scanned quantity matches the expected quantity. So after my recount, I'll go ahead and submit this audit again. And because my recount counted quantity is the same as the expected quantity, the audit will be accepted. This completes this demo highlighting the new audit functionality.